Hey sunshines! Happy Thursday! Welcome to the channel. I am your host, Lethabo Legodi, and today, guys, we are discussing the beauty of vulnerability. And without wasting any moment, let's get right into it. So, guys, I know as we have been growing up, we have been taught that to suppress our emotions, to not express our emotions. Expressing our emotions is something that has always been seen as a weakness. And now we're changing the narrative because vulnerability, it is a beautiful thing. Vulnerability, it is freedom. Vulnerability, it also comes down to knowing yourself, and if you don't express yourself, you you become stagnant. You become stagnant, that you always have the same emotions. You are not opening yourself up to new experiences of new emotions, and it's not really easy to be vulnerable. That I know for sure, because girl, guys, sunshines, hi. Vulnerability, it's not an easy thing, but today I'm sharing with you that we can all do it. We can all start somewhere and be vulnerable. So vulnerability, it is our superpower. When you are vulnerable with yourself, you get to know yourself on a deeper level. You get to know yourself from the inside coming outside. Being vulnerable with people, expressing your emotions to people, it comes with trust, right? We all want to trust the people that we are vulnerable to. But before we can get to vulnerability with other people, what does vulnerability with oneself look like? All right. So, vulnerability with oneself is basically talking to yourself, self talking, but in a positive way, because what we think and what we say, we become. So, when you express yourself to yourself in a positive way, in a way that you are also not judging yourself, then it's easier for you to understand yourself and understand the emotions that you are going through. Mostly, vulnerability, people express it when they are happy. People, they express it when they are smiling, but vulnerability of being sad, vulnerability of being real with yourself, vulnerability of anger, vulnerability of emotions that are not really pleasing to oneself, are seen as weaknesses. And when you try to be vulnerable with yourself, you need to identify the emotions that you are going through. You need to know what you are going through, and not only express yourself when you feel happy, not only express yourself when you are smiling or feeling that you're having a beautiful day. No, start with even those emotions that are not so pleasing. Start with them, the angry ones, the sad ones. Identify them, acknowledge them, and try to accept them and be one with them. And that's how you become vulnerable to yourself. And it is a journey. You start one day at a time. And then vulnerability to others. You see this one? Vulnerability to others, it's not easy. To others, firstly, it starts with trust. You need to trust the people that you are vulnerable to. The other thing that makes humans to not be vulnerable. It's the fact that we have trust issues. Besides weaknesses and strength, we have trust issues. Trust issues, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us. Truly, they're going to kill us. So, you need to trust people enough to disappoint you, to hurt you, to cause pain. And I'll explain why. You need to trust people to help you through whatever situation you're going through. You need to trust people to be happy for you. You need to trust people to be there for you. You need to trust people to be connected with you through everything. So the trust around trusting people to disappoint you, what do I mean? One would say, what? Why would I trust someone to disappoint me? That is not a cool thing to experience. Disappointments, no one wants to experience disappointment or hurt or misery, right? So the reason why I say you need to trust people to cause those things to you is that no one is perfect. We are not perfect. So when you are vulnerable enough to trust someone to disappoint you, you expect the unexpected. You also become free. You are releasing, feeling those emotions and becoming one with them. They are releasing. You are weighting off that baggage on your shoulder. So you need to trust human beings to do whatever they want to do with what you share with them. But also be careful with who you share your vulnerability with, like who you express your emotions with, what you go through. Be careful of the people that you share your problems with, your happy moments with, your victory with. Be careful, but do not close up yourself to not being vulnerable. You need to trust the people that are around your circle, because there is no reason why you should keep people that you do not trust in your life. And then you also, on the other hand, suffering from the emotions that you are bottling up. The emotions, they can make you stagnant. Spiritually, so they can. We all often hear people say, I am stuck, I am stuck, I am stuck. You are not stuck. That's what you tell yourself. You tell yourself that you are stuck. If you can do the inner work, go back inside of you and ask yourself or see what is it that is making you stuck. You will realize that it is the emotions. It is the emotions inside of us. It is those things that we want to express to other people, but we can't because we don't trust them. Why do we have people around us if we are not trusting them? Why do we have people around us if we are not going to be vulnerable with them? Vulnerability, it is a strength. The beauty of vulnerability is that it frees you. You become free like a bird. It releases everything in you. It releases the mental stress. It releases the emotional part of you. It releases the spiritual warfares that you have. It releases everything. So when you think that you are stuck, you must go back, do the inner work, check yourself. No one is stuck. We are all here for a reason. We are all here to have one another's back. We are all here to express ourselves to one another. It's a human nature. We need to stop suppressing our emotions. We need to stop seeing vulnerability as a weakness. We need to stop thinking that trusting people is wicked or they will try to do something to you. No. Feel it, believe it, and express yourself to the people around you. Trust them. Trust them. Trust yourself. Be vulnerable to yourself before you can be vulnerable with other people. Allow people to come to you to be vulnerable with you. Vulnerability, it is our superpower. It is our superpower. It is a blessing. It is a beautiful thing to be vulnerable because you feel lighter. Every time after being vulnerable, you feel lighter. And vulnerability, it goes hand in hand with being truthful to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Be vulnerable. Thank you, beautiful people, for watching. Love and light. I love you so much. Take care. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment so that we can become friends. See you until the next video.